Hello, friends. Today we have Happy Unbirthday by Ddraig, and this is one of his famous two truths and a lie puzzles. I'm super excited. Normal 9x9 Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits from 1 through 9 once each in each row, column, and 3x3 region. So we have a 9x9 puzzle today, so numbers 1 through 9, once each in every one of these 3x3 boxes. We're going to have to figure out where they go. Once each in every row, and once each in every column. We also have two truths and a lie. For each of the following clue types, there are 3 examples in or around the grid. 2 are true and must comply with the rules, but 1 is a lie and must not comply. So that'll be exciting. So for example, a quick one would be, we have 3 white kropki, right? 2 of these are going to be true, 2 of these are going to be consecutive numbers. But 1 of these is a lie, which means we will have to strictly not have consecutive numbers on that dot. And we have to figure out which one's which. We have given digits. The gray digits in the grid are given digits. They show the digit to be placed in that cell. Oh, okay, so this is one of the clue types that is truths and a lie. So from this 413 here, 2 of these are actually that number, and 1 of them will specifically not be that number. So maybe this is a 4 and this is a 1, but this is not a 3 or something like that. Very cool. We have killer cages, digits in a cage, sum to the total shown in the top left corner of the cage. So for the 2 true ones, these 4 numbers will sum to 30, these 4 numbers will sum to 30, and these 4 numbers will sum to 30. Hi, Luna. We have quads. Digits in a circle in the grid show digits which must be placed within the 4 cells touched by the circle. So that's going to be these big circles with the 4, 1, 3 in it each time. So the numbers 4, 1, and 3 will have to go somewhere in these 4 cells here. And we'll just have to break one of these. Next, losing my spot, arrows. Digits along the shaft sum to the digit in the attached circle. Okay, so these 2 digits would sum to be this number. These 3 digits would sum to be this number. These 2 digits would sum to be this number. That was a very squeaky meow, Luna. How's it going? We have region sum lines. Digits along a hollow blue line sum to the same total within each region the line visits. So region sum lines, these 2 numbers would have the same sum as this number, because along this line, it's broken into segments along the region border. So this is a segment and this is a segment. This is a segment and this is a segment would have to have the same total, and same thing here. We have entropy lines. Each 3 digits along a peach line contain 1 digit from each entropy group. Low, 1, 2, 3, middle, 4, 5, 6, and high, 7, 8, 9. So along these lines, it doesn't have to go low, medium, high, but if this is middle, then this would have to be low or high, and then whichever one it's not, we would put here, for example. So 2 of these are true, 1 of these is a lie. We have kropki. Black dots separate digits in a 2-to-1 ratio. 1 digit is double the other. White dots separate adjacent digits. Okay, so the black kropki here, 2-to-1 ratio would be like 1 and 2, 2 and 4, 4 and 8, or 3 and 6. Again, just breaking one of these. And consecutive digits I mentioned earlier, 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, something like that. We also have XV, digits separated by a V sum to 5. Digits separated by an X sum to 10. Okay, so here we have 3 X's. These 2 digits will sum to 10. These 2 digits will sum to 10. And these 2 digits would sum to 10. And then the 2 digits across the V would sum to 5. We also have numbered rooms. Okay, black digits above the grid show the digit that appears in the nth row of the column where N is the digit in row 1. And I always mix these up, so I'm going to do them correctly. Say this digit was a 5. Then if this 4 was one of the true numbered rooms, then that would mean a 4 goes in the 5th spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this would be a 4. If this is a 7 and this is true, then 1 would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right here. That would be pretty cool. And maybe if this one's false and this is a 6, that would mean I don't want a 3 in the 6th position in order to break that one. X sums. Red digits in squares to the left of the grid show the sum of the first X digits in the row, where X is the digit in column 1. So a 4 here, if this was a 7, then that's a really bad example and wouldn't work because the first 7 digits here would have to sum to 4. If this was a 2, then the first 2 digits here would sum to 3, for example. Skyscraper. Blue digits and circles under the grid show the number of skyscrapers seen up the column, where each digit represents the height of the skyscraper in its cell, and higher skyscrapers block the view of lower ones behind it. So, if we think about all the digits in this column as buildings, as skyscrapers, 1 would be the shortest building, 2 would be a little bit taller, 3 would be a little bit taller, and 9 would be the tallest skyscraper. So looking from this side, because this is where the numbers are, if this is a 2 and this is a 5 and this is a 7 and this is a 1 and this is a 8 and this is a 3, just for example, if you're standing here, you can see 2 and you can see 5 behind it and you can see 7, but 1 is shorter than these, so 1 would be hidden and you would not see it. You could see 8 over the top of the 7 because it's taller, but then 3 would be hidden again. So far in this column, we would have a skyscraper value of 4. Nice, that worked out. Because we can only see 4 skyscrapers, right? So this would include the whole column. I just stopped for brevity. But that's how skyscrapers work. And again, 2 of these are true and 1 of these is a lie, so we'll have to break it. Sounds good to me. How would we like to get started? I love these 2 truths and a lie puzzles. They're so much fun. As always, there's a link to the puzzle in the description if you'd like to solve as well as a link to a playlist with all the other 413 puzzles I've solved, and a link to a playlist of all the Sudoku-ish puzzles I've solved, and a link to a Google form if you'd like to submit a puzzle. What is going on, Luna? She keeps reaching up and tapping my leg, and then when I try to pet her, she runs away. You want me to follow you? This is a game we haven't played in a while. I'm trying to solve Sudoku. She hasn't wanted to do this in a while, but sometimes she likes to eat her food off of the TV stand. I think it's because I used to give her TREATS while she was sitting up there. She would like do a trick and I would reward her. She likes to eat her food there sometimes. It hasn't happened in a while, but we figured it out. How do we want to get started? Okay, so I think the best thing to do, we kind of looked at all the clues while I was going through the rules, right? But if I could find something that really clearly does not work together, like if there's just no way that all of these region sumlines would work at the same time, or something like that. Like if there's arrows that see each other, that would make it impossible. Even like crossing into different kinds of clues next to each other. Like if these are both true, this V and this X, then this would be a low digit and this would be a high digit, right? So we could look at stuff like that. 2 crop keys seeing each other is totally fine. An arrow within this 30. Okay, so 4 cells to sum to 30. Has to be 6, 7, 8, 9. And 2 of these are true and 1 of these is false. Okay, I don't think this cage and the arrow could be true at the same time. If the cage is true, this is 6, 7, 8, 9. And then there's nothing for the arrow to work with. And there's also nothing for the crop key to work with. So it is possible for... Oh, and you know, this would also not work. So if this cage is true, then this arrow, this black crop key, and this entropic line are all false, which might be fine. I mean, this one could be true, this one could be true. These could be true, and these arrows could be true, probably. It's possible. I also like thinking about if these 2 cages are both true, I can't use 6, 7, 8, 9 anywhere else here. This X would be impossible without using 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, things to think about. I don't know if I can say right now how that's going to work, but we'll come back. Also, some interesting interactions with this region sumline and these given digits. This 1 given digit could be true, and then that would make this region sumline false. Because there's no way I can get 2 digits to sum to 1. If this is a 4, this could be 1 and 3. If this is a 3, this could be 1 and 2. Okay, so thinking about this together. The given digits on their own are all fine. They all could work. This V is also interesting. So I don't have anything with just the given digits that would tell me which one's true and which one's false. But if this is actually a 4 and this region sum line is true, this would be a 1 and a 3. If this 3 is true and this region sum line is true, this would be 1 and 2. So I can't, how do I want to think about that? I can't have both of these given digits and both of these lines be true at the same time. Something's going to have to be false between this. And I also know this won't work with a given digit and a region sum line at the same time. So thinking about that, 2 of these in each set need to be true. 2 of these given digits are true, and I need 2 of the region sum lines to work. It can't be... Okay, so one of the pairs will be true in both scenarios. That's also a good way to think about it. I could have like a true 4 and a true region sum line, a true 1 and a false region sum line, and a true region sum line and a false 3. Something like that. But one of them does overlap and is true in both cases. It won't be the 1. If it was the 3, if this was a 3 and this was a 1 and a 2, this is true and true. The false region sum line would have to be the 4. Which means this would actually be a 4. This, actually, I've been playing a lot of Blueprints. I've taken a week off for like, I've taken a week off of Blueprints, but there's this, I didn't think about it this way, but there's this box game that, you have 3 different boxes with statements on them, and one of them is definitely true, and one of them is definitely false, and the other one could be either true or false, or just ambiguous. And you have to figure out which box has the gems in it, right? This is making me think of that exactly. If this 4 is true, this line would be false. So then this 1 would be false, but this line would have to be true. And that is an option. That does work. That is possible. That would make this V false because I couldn't put a 2 here. That's also interesting, but we'll come back to that. This could be anything. This would be 2 digits that sum to whatever this is, though. And then this would not be 2 digits that sum to 4. Okay, so this is an option. What if both of the ones being true is a 4? So this would definitely be a 1, 3. Oh, I also need to consider that that's gonna break this. Okay, this would be a 4. 1, 3 means that this is the line that would be false, so this is the number that would be true. And then this, either way, I think the given 1 is what needs to change. Yeah, I think that makes sense, actually. Because with these 2 together, there is one column where they're both true. It can't be the 1, it has to be either the 4 or the 3. If the 4 is true, then that means the line for 3 is false, meaning the number has to be true. But if this is the true one, then the line for 4 is false, making the given digit true. Is that right? What if this line is true and it just doesn't sum to 4? What if this is true? And this line is false. And this is like, I don't know, a 5, 7. Then this could just be anything, a 6. And this could be like a 5, 1. Let's do... Yeah, I don't think what I said is correct. We'll come back to this part. I think, either way, the true part has to be 4 or 3. It won't be 1. Something is false here. And it is also interesting with this 4, 1, 3 quad. I'm definitely using either a 1-3 or a 1-2. I could do a 1-2. No. I don't think there's any way this quad works. In order for this quad to work, I can't have two of these. There's no way a line and a given digit has the over. How do I want to explain that? The true part here, where the line and the given digit are both true. If it's the 4, I would have a 1 or a 3 down here, which breaks this quad. But if it's the 3, then the 1 is over here, and that breaks this quad. Okay, there's no way that this quad works. I feel confident about that. Oh, actually, let's do this. That quad is false. So that doesn't mean that 4, 1, and 3 all need to go out here. I just need to break it in some way. So like this could still be a 1 and this could be a 4, but I put the 3 out here or something. That would be fine. But that one's false, which means that these are true. I don't know how I want to mark these actually. I could just do a green X. This is true and this is true. So I do need a 4, 1, 3 in here and a 4, 1, 3 in here. So this 3 could still, this is, the red ones are X sums, right? Yes. This 3 could work. I could put a 2 and a 1 and a 3 and a 4 down here. That would be fine. Wow, I think actually real quick, I could get all of this correct. 2 and 1, 4, 3, 8, 6. It would mean that one of these is false, but I think that could work. What do I do with the fact that, well, I definitely know for sure I do have 2 out of 4, 1, 3 here. So the 2 true ones are gonna have to go down here. Okay. I don't know which ones are true, but I do know 2 of them are true, so they're gonna have to go down here. I'm okay with that. I don't have anything more to do there, I don't think. So those digits would also go down here. That's okay. Skyscrapers are gonna trip me up. I don't really have a tough time with those. What else do I want to look at? If this is 1, 3, 4 in here for sure. If this is true, I'll have to have a 2 on it as the low digit, which is probably fine. Do I want to think about stuff like this being true at the same time? If this is a 3, 1, 2, this line is broken because I don't have a low digit to put on it. But let's think about the cages in these lines together. There's no way that I can have a true cage and a true entropic line at the same time. So I do know that 2 of these lines are true. If this is true, then one of these is true. Which means one of these cages will have to be broken, if I can highlight them correctly, meaning that this cage will have to be true. I feel good in saying that, actually. This one will have to be true. Let's make it green. That way, one of these cages is true. One of them is false. One of these lines is true. One of them is false. So this line is true. This does need to have a low, middle, high on it. So it's going to have a 2 for sure, because I need to have 1, 3, and 4 over here. This is going to be a 2. I don't know what else right now. Okay. This was not supposed to be highlighted green. Did not mean to do that. Oh, that could have been bad. So this is definitely 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 2 consecutive numbers. Okay. Meaning this 4 being an X sum, there's no way that in my example, I said this could be a 7, but there's no way that 6, 7, 8, or 9 digits could sum to 4. So this one is false. These 2 are true. Oh man, if a 1 X sum needs to be true, this needs to be a 1. That's the only way that works. In order for 3 to be true, this will have to be a 2 and this will have to be a 1, meaning this is going to be a 3 and a 4, meaning there's no way a 1 goes here. Nice. Nice. Yay. 3 and 4 are true. I don't know about this yet, but this is not a 1. Okay. Now, one of these region sums is correct. Let's look at this some more, actually. This could be a 1-4, and this could be a true V sum. I'm not sure yet. This could be a 3 and a 6, or a 4 and an 8, and that could be a true Kropke. 3 and 7, or 4 and 6, and a true X sum. Seems totally fine. This is not a 1. Okay. Well, either this is a 1-3, or this is a 1-2. But either way, 1 has to go up here. Okay. I definitely have a 1 up here just because of Sudoku. I haven't looked at the arrows yet. I kind of did up here for this one, but okay, I bounced around a little. What else can I do with this? If this 1 skyscraper is true, it's because this is a 9, which seems fine right now. I also know that if this region sum is true, then this entropic line is false. What else can I do with that? I know that I have a 1 on here for sure, just because of Sudoku, which would mean I don't want to put a 2 or a 3 here. That's another thing to think about. If it's true. If it's true. I definitely do have a 1, though. Either way, because of Sudoku, that's a 1. What else is... I've kind of bounced around a lot when I got some information. What else can I do here? I need a 2. I do have to follow Sudoku rules. I need a 2 in here somewhere. I'm not sure yet. These arrows are interesting. This would be a 6 at a minimum if it's true. I do need to put some high digits in here somewhere. Oh, I also know that this region sum line is true, don't I? Because these can't both be true at the same time. So this needs to be a true region sum line, whatever it is. If I'm definitely using a 1, this could be 1-3, and then I could have a 2-4 at a minimum. I think this is 6 at a minimum. If this is a 1-2, this could be a 3-4 at a minimum. Or this could be a 1-3, and this could be a 2-4 at a minimum. But this is at least a 6. Definitely is. Okay. Kind of sees this. These are numbered rooms. Okay. If this was a 7, that would be true. I don't know where 1 goes in this column yet. If this was a 7, this would be... Okay. Oh, that's actually... I didn't catch that before. The numbered rooms lining up with the given digits is interesting because now I definitely have a 4 and a 3 here. In order for both of these to be true, they would both have to be a 7, which doesn't work. So this is true for sure. And then between this 4 and this 3, one of them has to be true because I need 2 of them to be true. So a 7 goes here or here. If a 7 goes here, this cage is broken, but a 7 could go here and this cage would be fine. I definitely need this to be true. I think 1 would be fine. I know a 1 is not going to go here or here. So this is going to be a 1, 2, 3, or an 8 or a 9. Making sure I'm doing this right because I always mix these up. This tells me where the 1 goes. 1 would mean that 1 goes here. 2 would mean 1 goes here. 3 would mean 1 goes here. That's fine. If this is a 7, that means 3 goes here. This would have to not be a 7. That's okay. All right. What else do I know? X's and V's, maybe? Still possible for this to be right. If this was correct, 3 and 7 or 4 and 6, it would just tell me what goes here. It would also mean that this cage would have to be wrong. Still possible for this to be right. I need to think about multiple clues together at the same time. Thinking about them individually, I don't know if I have anything else that's broken. I definitely have a 2 or a 3 here. I don't know if that's helpful. This is a 6 at a minimum. Oh, good. Well, no, I don't know if the arrow's true. I don't know if the arrow's true. If this is true, the C is a 1, and it's going to see either a 2 or a 3. So again, this is going to be a 2, 4 at a minimum, and this is going to be, so this is going to be a 6 at a minimum. Consecutive dots seem totally fine. Don't have any issues with those. If this is a 3, 2, this would have to be a 1 or a 4. Seems fine. X sum, X sum, X sum. V. Oh, look. Look! This now sees a 1, 2, 3, and 4 because of Sudoku. There's no way that this one works. Meaning I do need this to be true and this to be true. This is a 3 and a 2, and this is going to be a 1 and a 4. Nice. This is a 3. These need to not sum to 5, which seems totally fine. Nice. Well, if this were true, this would be a 6. Might be possible. If this were true, it would have to be a 1, 9, I think. This sees a 2, 3, and 4 already. So if this is true, this would be a 1, 9, meaning 1 would go here. That seems fine. If this were true, I have more options. This could be the high side. It sees 2, 3, 4. Okay. Kropke. If this was true, this would have to be an 8. If this was true, it would have to be a 1. I'm okay with that. All right, what else do we have? I could think about putting a 1, 3, and 4 in here. I know for sure this has to be true. That's interesting, but I don't know what to do with it yet. Does something break now if this cage is true? The arrow would be wrong, which would mean that both of these would have to be right. This Kropke would be wrong, which would mean both of these have to be right. If this cage is correct, oh man. Oh man. If this is 6, 7, 8, 9, then I can't use 6, 7, 8, 9 anywhere else in these regions, in these boxes. So where does 6, 7, 8, 9 go down here? Oh, look at that. That makes things difficult, doesn't it? I don't think that man, that was probably a good starting point, wasn't it? I don't think this cage can be true. Because if I have 2 of these true at the same time, then 6, 7, 8, 9's crammed in here. Or if these 2 are true at the same time, then 6, 7, 8, 9's crammed in here. I didn't even catch that. That's probably an excellent starting point that I didn't even notice, man. This has to be 6, 7, 8, 9 then. I want to take out all the options in there. This is not going to be a 7, which means this needs to be the 7. These are not 7. Which means this is true, and this is going to be false. This is basically just not a 7. 6, 8, 9. I don't want the 1 to go in 6, but 8 or 9 would be fine. Oh my gosh. Which means this line has to be false. This has to be true. 1 is the low digit. I need a high digit and I need a medium digit, but that's okay. So this is not going to sum to 30. I might, wait, this is true. But I'm kind of thinking I might just outline this in red because I don't know about the clues inside here yet. The cage is wrong. I need a 2 and a 3 in here and they can't go on this line. If this arrow is true, I can't use a 1. It could be a 2, 3, and this could be 5. Kropke still has options. I have a 1, 2, 3 in this column already. This column already has a 1 and a 4. What do I know about this being 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9 already? I need to fit a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here. 2 and 3 can't go here, so because of Sudoku, they have to go here. This won't be a 2. 3 is gonna go in here. That's fine, I knew that. 1, 3, 4. I know that these digits are going to be 1, 4, 5. That might help with something. I know that I have a 1 and a 4 in here, and this could be a 1, so don't know about this yet. Oh, if this is 1, 4, 5, this won't be a 1. This will be a 1. So this will be a 3 for sure. This line is true. Meaning this line is false. I need these to not sum to 3. Cool. This is now a 2, 4 at a minimum. That's okay. This is a 3, so this is a 2, so this is a 3. It means that a 1 goes here or here. I kind of knew that already. That's fine. This could still be a 1. I could put a 9 here. That could still work. Okay, what else do I know? This needs to be true. I can't use a 3. Perfect. Well, I'm definitely using a 3 in here. I need a 3 in this region. It can't go down here. It can't go on this line because I can't use low digits. Oh, actually, just 2 and 3 in general. Can't go here. They can't go on the line, and then they can't go here. So this is going to be a 2, 3, meaning this is a 5. Nice, meaning this is not a 5. This, no. I don't know if that arrow is true, but I do have a 2, 3 here. If this arrow is true, then this is a 5. But I definitely have a 2, 3 here. If this is a 2, this couldn't be a 1, so it'd be a 4 on a true crop key, which is fine. If this is a 3, this would be a 6, which is still fine. Awesome. I'm making progress. What else do I want to look at? Do I want to think about the high digits that I want here? Whatever medium digit goes here is going to be right here. Oh, actually, 6 is a medium digit, isn't it? Never mind, I might have been wrong about that. These 3 digits, I do have to follow Sudoku rules, so they're going to go in here in each of these regions. Okay. Shoot, what else do I know? 2 of these skyscrapers have to be true. If this 1 is true, this is a 9. If this 3 is true, 9 can't go here or here. Oh, if this was true, this was going to be 2, 1, 9, which would mean this 3 is false. X would be true. That might be okay. Man. Okay, Sudoku. I definitely have a 1 up here for sure. What else do I know about 1s now? I need a 1 in this region. It can't go here. It can't go here. It can't go here. I have a 1 here or here. And I need a 1 in here. I don't know. I definitely have a 1 here. A 1, 3, and 4 specifically. This I don't know anything about. The medium digit can't be a 4. It'll have to be a 5 or a 6. I don't know about 5 or 6 yet, though. 6 definitely goes here, so I won't have the 6 here. And then the high digit would be a 7, 8, 9, which I don't know anything about yet. Uh-oh. What do I know about this? Or this? Between these, one of these is true. Between these, 2 of these are true. I should have said at least 1 for these. I know because of Sudoku, these are 6, 7, 8, 9. This X is getting difficult. If it was true, it'd be this 6, 7, 8, 9 paired with something. Wow. Maybe I do want to look at the skyscrapers more. That's the only one that I really haven't looked at all, I think. This could still be a 9. I could also have a 9 anywhere here, and that would be fine. But 1 is still possible. 4 just means that 9... Skyscrapers early on, I really don't know anything besides just that 9 can't go here if this 4 is right. I mean, this could be like a 1 and a 5 and an 8, and then 9 goes up here, and that's all still fine. That would be a 4 still. I don't know if the skyscrapers early tell me anything. This is going to be a high digit if the X is true, which would make 3 difficult, but still fine. Consecutive, consecutive, consecutive. What happens if this arrow is true and this is a 5? Or what if both of these are true? This at a minimum is 2, 4, which would be a 6 at a minimum. I'm getting a lot of high digits. I definitely know that a 4 goes here somewhere because of Sudoku. Because in this region, it has to go here. So it's going to go up here for sure. Three and 2 were already placed up here. That means this is going to be a 2, 3, 4. I need 2, 3 in this region. They can't go here and they won't go here. So this is a 2, 3, 4. This can't be a 3. Oh, okay, nice. There's no way that any of these can be consecutive. That's what I needed, probably, maybe. Meaning this is definitely true and this is definitely true. Okay. What does that tell me though? This can't be 1, 2, or 2, 3, or 3, 4, or 4, 5. It could be 5, 6. It can't be 6, 7, or 7, 8, or 8, 9. This has to be 5, 6. This won't be 6. This will be a 6. This also won't be a 6. We're gonna backtrack a little bit. I need 5s in here. I need 5s in here. This could be 4, 5. It could still be true. Dang. This still can't be a 3. I wasn't looking at this when I penciled this as 6, 7, 8, 9. Still, if this were to be true, it's possible for this to be true. It's possible for this to be true. This could be 4, 5. If this were true, it can't be 1, 2, it can't be 2, 3, it can't be 3, 4, it can't be 4, 5. It could be 5, 6. This could be a 6, so this could be a 5. 5, 6 would be an option. It could be 6, 7, because I could put 6 and 7 over here. It could be 7 and 8. It could be 8 and 9. I have a lot of options there. Darn. This is also a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This could be true if this was a 6. Can I do more with Sudoku here that I'm not seeing? 1 and 4, 2 and 3 go here. Oh, this just has to be a 5, doesn't it? In here... What do I know? I already have the 1 penciled and a 2, 3, and a 4. 5 can't go here. I kind of want a 5 here if this is 2, 3. I need a medium digit here. It's either a 5 or a 6. And then I need a high digit, a 7, 8, 9. Where do 6, 7, 8, 9 go in here? 2 of them can't go here. 2 of them can't go here. What's going on down here? This is a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These 2 digits. Let's think about that. These 2 digits need to go in here somewhere. They can't go here, and they're not a 2 or a 3. So at least one of them goes on this line. If they both go on this line, that would be bad, because where would it go in here? If they were to both go here, it couldn't go here, and they're not a 1 or a 4, and they both can't fit here. So one of these 2 digits needs to go here. This is going to be a 6, 7, 8, 9. The other 6, 7, 8, 9 is going to go on this line. These 2 digits need to go in here somewhere. They can't go here. If they both went on this line, like it was a 6, 7, where would they go in here? They can't go here. They can't go here. And they can't go here, so they'd be stuck in here. Meaning, I can't have both of these digits on this line. What if neither of them go on the line? What if both of these digits go over here? Then they just go over here, and that's fine. One of them would have to, though. Well, maybe not. 6 is a medium digit, 7 is 7, 8, 9 are high digits. But this is definitely a 6, 7, 8, 9. This is going to be a 6, 7, 8, 9 just because of the column. 4, 6 is still possible. This is false. This is true. More stuff with the column. I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be a 6, 7, 8, 9 just because of Sudoku. I need a 5 here. And then a 6, 8, 9. If this is a 5, then this X is broken, but a 5 could still go here, it looks like. This column has a 1 and a 3. It still needs a 2 and a 4. And they can't go here, so I'm going to have a 2, 4 here. And what else? And what else? I could still have another 6, 7, 8, 9. I still need a 5, but a 2, 4 definitely go in here. Okay. Down here, maybe. Okay, 2, 3, 4 goes down here. This is a 2, 3, 4. Nice. This is a 2, so this is not a 2. This is a 3, 4. What do I do with this now? If this is an X, this would be like a 2, 8, which would, I can't have both of these true at the same time because this is a low digit. And 2, 1 would have to be the working black dot, and then this X sum would be broken. Okay, this is still possible. This is still possible. One of these has to be broken. They can't both work. What do I want to do with that? What can I do with that? This one's broken, isn't it? I can't use a 1, 2, 3, or 4. I ended up getting that. I couldn't figure that out earlier. I was close. But yeah, this can't be a 1, 2, 3, or 4. Yes, Kathy. These have to be true. So this has to be a 6. I mean, 6 doesn't go here. This is going to be a 6. 6 also doesn't go here. I don't know if this white crop key is true, but it definitely has a 6 on it. Meaning I definitely have a 6 on this line as the medium digit. This can't be a 6 because I know that this is a 6. We'll come back to this in a moment. this needs to be true. So this is either 2, 8 or 3, 7 or 4, 6. Meaning this is going to be broken. So this one needs to be true, and this one needs to be true. If this is a 4, this can't be a 2, so it needs to be an 8, meaning this won't be an 8. That also means that 8 won't go here, and that this won't be an 8, so that this won't be a 2. This is a 3, 4, so this is a 2. Nice. This can't be a 6 also, it's a 5, 7, 9. What was I going to look at next? I need this to be true. If this is a 2, this would have to be a 1 or a 4. A 4 is still possible. If this is a 3, this would have to be a 6, which is not possible. So this is going to be a 4. This won't be a 4. This won't be a 4. This will be a 2. This will be a 3. 4 and 2. This can't be a 4. This can't be a 2, so this is a 2. Can I figure out 2 in here? It goes here somewhere. Okay, nice. Nice. Good things. 5, 7, 9. This is a 6, so this won't be a 6. So 6 definitely goes here. That's okay. 6, 8, 9. 1, 4, 5. This is a 4. Okay, 5, 7, 9. This is gonna be a 1, 6, 5, 7, 9. What else do I know? What else do I know? Do I know about consecutive dots? Do I want to look at options for this again now? I can't do 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. What about 5, 6? 5, 6 might be an option. I don't know if that's true yet, though. I still have a working option. This could be 5, 6, but I can't do 6, 7. That would break this. I can't use an 8. So if this is true, it would be a 5, 6. That would mean that this is a 6. What else would it mean? This would be a 5. Still possible, still possible, still possible is really what I'm seeing with these. Oh, I need a 1 in here somewhere. It's gonna have to go on here, which means this is not true. And it also means that 1 doesn't go here. This is gonna be a 1. One of these is a 1. Meaning I need this to be true and this to be true. So if this is definitely a 6, it's gonna be a 6, 7, and this is going to be an 8, 9, meaning this is a 7. This won't be a 7. Where's the other one? This needs to be true. The only overlap is if this is a 4 and this is a 5, so these won't be 5. I was just predicting the future, that this needed to be a 6, 7, 8, 9. This, digit needs to go here. This needs to either be a 6 or a 7. Because I can't have both 6, if this were an 8 or a 9, that would mean both 6 and 7 go here, and that's broken. So this is a 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a 1, 5, just because of Sudoku. This is a 5, so this is a 9. Misclick, and this is a 7. This can't be a 7 or a 9, so it's an 8. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it looks like, for here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. One of these is definitely a 9. 7 can't go here. One of these is definitely a 7. What else do I know? I can clean up more. These are not 8. This is a 6, 7, 9. A 7 definitely goes here. That's okay. This looks like a 6, 8, 9 because of my pencil marks. And I don't know yet. This is a 2, 4, 5 now, it looks like. But I have a 4 and a 5 here. So this is a 2. This is not a 2. I need this to sum to 6 or 7, which, dang it, 4 or 5 both work there. Cool. This is also a 6, 7, 8, 9, just because of Sudoku. That's really nice. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here, which means this arrow is broken. There's no way that it works with the digits that I have available. So this needs to be true. And this needs to be true, meaning I definitely have a 5 here because 2 and 3 sums to 5. I know what this digit is, or I will in a moment. This is an 8. Meaning the digits for this are 1, 6, and 9. I have too much here. Oh yeah, I need a 4. Okay. 1, 6, and 9, but I know 6 goes here. Ooh, okay. Noted. I don't know if I could do more with that right now. 2, 3. I don't know about here. If this is a 6, this is a 1, 2, 3. Is that possible? That would break this. I can't use both a 2 and a 3. So this can't be 6. If it was a 7, it'd be a 1, 2, 4. Looks possible. If this was a 9, definitely using a 1, so it wouldn't be 2, 3, 4. I could do like 1, 2, 6. I think I have options. But this could be a 7 or a 9. This is definitely a 6, but this line is broken, so that's fine. What else do I know? 1, 6, 9. I haven't looked at this. I definitely need a 1, 3, and a 4 in here. This is going to be a 3 for sure. This is going to be a 4 for sure. Misclick. I need a 1 somewhere. This needs a medium digit and a high digit. Medium would not be a 4. So one of these would have to be a 5 or a 6. This can't be a 6, but a 5 is possible. This can't be a 5 or a 4, actually. So this is a 1, this is a 5, and this is a 4. If this is a 1, this is not a 1. Okay. So this can't be a 4 or a 5 or a 6. So this is going to be a 7, 8, 9. This is going to be a 4, 5, 6, but it sees a 4. It's a 5 or a 6. 7, 8, 9 is still fine, and 5, 6 is still fine here. Did 2 take anything out vertically? No. 1, 2, 4 still seems fine. This would be the 2. This would be a 1 and a 4. 9 has options. Oh, 1 is going to go down here. So this is not a 1, it's a 9. This is a 6, and this is a 1. If this can't be 9, this will be a 9. This is a 6, 8. Meaning this can't be an 8 or a 9. This is a 7. 5 or 6 is still fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Man. What is this? A 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a 4, 8. I need something to tell me about the numbers vertically. What am I not seeing? This is a 9, so this won't be a 9. So this is the only place 9 can go. So this is not a 9, it's a 6, 8. 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 8. This line still needs to be true. I still don't know, actually. That's fine. This is fine. 6, 7, 6, 8, 7, 9, 8, 9. Everything has an option. I was thinking I might see something there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Some option might break this, is what I'm thinking, that I'm not noticing. It's not 1, 2, 3 for a 6. If this is a 7, this would be 1, 2, 4. This would be a 5, and this would be a 3. This would be a 7, 6, 8, 9. That seems fine. If this is a 9 and I have to use a 1, I could do 1, 2, 6. That looks fine. What about 1, 3, 5? Also looks fine. I'll come back to it maybe. Or what about 1, 4? It'd be 1, 4, 4, wouldn't it? So that wouldn't work. I guess my options are limited, but I'm not seeing it right now. 2, 7. This can't be a 7. So 7 goes here somewhere. One of these is definitely a 6. Oh, one of these is definitely a 6. I did say that. This has to be an 8. So this will be a 6, this will be an 8. If this is an 8, this is a 9, so this is an 8. This is a 9, so this is a 7. There you go. This has to be 6, 9. If this is a 7, this is a 6, this is a 7. 7 means this is 1, 2, 4. This can't be a 2. This means this is a 5, so this is a 4. 4 plus 2 is 6, which makes this a 7. This is a 6. So these are not 6. This is also not a 6. This is 1, 2, 4, so this is a 3, and this is a 2. 6, 9, 6, 9 means I'm definitely using a 7 and an 8 in here. That's okay. What else did I get? This is a 6, so this is not a 6. This has to be true, so this is a 4, so this is a 3. 4 also does not go here. This is an 8, and this is a 4. Meaning this also can't be an 8, and this also can't be an 8. This also can't be a 4, so I have a 1, 2 pair, so this ends up being a 4. What else do I know? This is a 1, 2. This is the 2, so this is a 1 and this is a 2. If this is a 1, then this is a 3 and this is a 1. This is a 1, so this is a 5 and this is a 1. This is a 5, so this can't be a 5. A 6 or a 9, a 5 or a 9, a 5 or a 6. This is a 7, 9, so this is a 5 and this is a 6, so this is a 9. This is not a 6. This is not a 9. This is not a 9. We're getting there. I still don't have anything there. That's kind of funny. 7, 9, I don't have anything with, but I should know what this is. 1, 2. Oh my gosh, I didn't even look at the skyscrapers yet. I might need to do that, actually. That'd probably be helpful. This looks like a 3, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need a 5 for sure. So this is going to be a 5. This is going to be a 6, 7, 8, 9. It sees a 7 and an 8. Okay. 4. I see this. I see this. I see this. I see this. That's true. 1 is not true because no matter where the 9 is, I definitely see it. So this 3 needs to be true. I see a 4. I see a 6. I'm going to see this no matter what. But I don't want to see anything else after. So this will have to be a 9. This will be a 7. This won't be a 9. If this is a 7, this is not a 7. Oh no, did I get anything off of that? This is a 7, so this is an 8, so this is a 7. If this is an 8, this is a 9, this is a 6, this is an 8, this is a 9, and this is a 6. Very nice! Oh my gosh. I mean, what is an unbirthday present? Okay, I have a confession to make. I think this is from Alice in Wonderland, right? I've never seen it. I'm gonna have to watch it now. I've never seen it. Oh no. I mean, what is an unbirthday present? A present given when it isn't your birthday, of course. Alice considered a little. I like birthday presents best, she said at last. You don't know what you're talking about, cried Humpty Dumpty. How many days are there in a year? 365, said Alice. And how many birthdays have you? 1. That's so true! That's really funny. That goes along with this playlist of puzzles well, actually, too. Because we're into May now. And I think this is 22 or 21, 22, 23, something like that episode. There's a lot of these birthday puzzles. This is so cool. Happy Unbirthday. I love these 2 truths and a lie puzzles so much. I can't believe it took me so long to notice. These cages, I was like, yeah, if this is 6, 7, 8, I think I even said it means that I can't put 6, 7, 8 here, 9 here. But that actually means that would have to go here. So that's interesting that there's no way in a normal Sudoku that 2 cages with the same numbers in them like this would work in the same row or the same column. I think there was something like that in the last 2 truths and a lie puzzle I did that I also didn't notice right away. I didn't think about the implications of what that meant. Very nice. Oh my gosh. Also, my time was 50:05, which is a really satisfying number. That's really cool. I liked, there was something else I was thinking about during the puzzle. Oh, I think I shouldn't have used X's because I glanced at this and saw an X and was like, oh, I don't need to do it. I kept getting large numbers on the arrows, and I made a mistake when looking at this one too early, but that was cool also that the arrows just wouldn't work if I had numbers too big enough on them. Oh yeah, it was this part I wanted to talk about. Thinking about the 2 different types of clues at the same time, and how one of these would have to be true, true, and then the other one would be false, true, and true, false. That's really fun also, thinking about which ones just would even work that way. And it was nice that this all ended up working down here. It was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 8 and 6 like I was thinking about. That was really cool. Very nice puzzle, Matt. Let me know how y'all did in the comments.